Live from two different dates at the same time. Today and tomorrow, right?
Crazy.
Oh my God. Run with that way.
You realize that, right, Daniel?
Don't you realize?
It's our first show on a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Wow. I'm glad you found the best photos of me ever, Chad. You are a genius.
Oh gosh, I hear Fiona with an infinite
tattooed on
echo
my
and
backside.
myself. Oh wow, we've got the echo story.
Oh no.
You have an echo?
I can hear everything twice. And you know what it is? I have it.
What is it?
I know what it's doing. How do I deal with this issue? That's 2 minutes to figure out this issue.
I'm not hearing it twice.
No, it's just me.
Oh.
Because I've got StreamYard in one window and OBS in another. I'm hearing it twice. I don't know how to mute one of them.
The question is which one, ladies and gentlemen? Because our mics are live. So you're hearing all the behind the scenes of us not knowing what we're doing.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
I should hear myself.
I'm getting busy.
Why?
Fix it. That's kind of
You have a minute to figure it out.
You so feel it. I'm hot. I feel like taking off my shirt. I don't have a shirt under it. Don't worry.
That effect on people.
That's perfect. How for the show?
I don't even know until to say now.
It's scary now.
The comments are rolling in.
Rolling. We're getting there.
Does that mean it's not?
We speak in code. Are you ready?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah, lovely. I'm just doing a real quick test to see
Oh my.
if I could invite you. And I can. It may be late. You may not want to join. But I could invite you on your own page while I'm Dressed like a badger. Weird. I can see you in my screen, but when I poke you, oh yeah, now I can.
How the hell did you find that?
Inviting. Oh, it might work.
That's a test.
Well,
I don't know. I didn't know that raccoons are called badgers in Australia. That was new to me.
Oh, well, I didn't really know whether the badger is an English thing, and we don't have
hey,
either of those things.
We haven't introduced you yet.
Oh shit! Sorry.
I don't know if they.
Shoot.
She can't. Well, this is the perfect introduction for the guest who can't keep quiet. The chatterbox, the friendliest person on Earth, at least down under. Well, that didn't sound right. Yeah. Let's just say the friendliest person we know, everybody's friend. I think anybody that I know knows Fiona Lucus. And I'm just going to ignore. I'm just not going to introduce my co-host here because I don't know. Just whatever you do, don't look up the meaning of his name on Urban Dictionary. Just don't.
Oh,
Yeah. Hanging Chad.
Well, everyone is now doing that. The whole 300 people.
No, don't.
Lisa's there though.
It's like a voice from heaven. Hold on. You know what? If we're gonna bring her in, let's bring her in, right? I got a little intro video here for you.
And then someone kept saying, I knew you'd do that. I'm upside down under, and no, the blood is not rushing to my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is here from Australia on the other side of the world.
As you say down there, I just love that accent. I'm just going to keep saying that all night long.
I was like, should I keep her there?
No, I'm getting really dizzy. Seriously, I need more coffee. Oh, gone. Oh, I'm back.
Well, I think now I'm completely lost because we had a plan for the show, but I'm just all disoriented and confused. Are you? So now I guess we just move to the first segment.
I think
I have no idea what's happening because I'm terrified.
The plan went out the window as soon as she logged in.
Hey, but anyone watching, don't forget it's Daniel's birthday. Woo! Happy birthday!
Woo-hoo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel.
Right there.
Happy birthday to you. Or something like that. All right, let's move on.
Getting to know
please.
you. Getting to know all about you.
I'm terrified. Who knows what he will have found? I'm trying to see who's there watching. Okay,
No one.
What have you found?
Nobody tunes into this show at all.
No, but there's one person. There's one person that's always on this show, and here it goes. Now more than ever, we've got Tim Stone with the shout out. Thanks, Tim, and shout out to Chad as well, and Lisa, of course.
I think it's important to remember, yes, it's your birthday, but the show's not about you.
How about I saying happy birthday to me? If there's one pet peeve I have, is I hate when people saying happy birthday to me. I just don't like that kind of attention.
You're welcome.
Because we love you, Daniel. Come on. You just got to take it. Like a man.
Real man. I don't have issues with happy birthday songs. Okay.
Welcome, Fiona.
So
Thank you.
This is a segment where we get to know you. And so if anybody out there with us, that's you, Tim and Lisa, if you want to know more about Fiona, put your questions in there, in here, and we'll try to ask her some stuff. And the idea is to ask, to find out things that we don't normally get to know within the community of the people that we have here with us. So we got to learn about, for instance, Judy Fox's tendencies for organizing and her obsession with sticky notes. That was fun. And
but this is Australia. We don't need Judy Fox, but this is Australia, and everybody loves Australia. This is the part where she's like, "I'm not from Australia. I'm from New Zealand," and I'm like totally proved like, "Oh,
Australians." I think
that's over the ditch. That's over the ditch.
Over the ditch. Wow, is that like Americans talking about England is across the pond? Do you guys live? That's what you say? They're across the ditch.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. Listen, I do have one question that's been on my mind, and we've all been kind of stuck at home, the whole COVID thing and whatever. I want to know what your go-to reality TV show is.
Oh, you mean we have to come out with the true confessions? I'll tell you what I'm really missing, and it's because I love the escapism and the crazy drama, is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I miss that show so much. It's just so, like, I honestly, your life just feels better after you watch it.
Why does your life feel better after you watch them?
Well, because whatever drama you're having, it can't possibly be what they go through. Honestly, it's like, yeah. Sometimes it's just a bit of escapism, and you kind of get to know them over all these years. So it's I love it. I do wish they didn't have as much drama over small things as happens, but it's a show and it's meant to be, I guess. Otherwise, I guess I like. I used to watch like MasterChef and things like that, but it got a bit. I was more about the cooking and wanting to know what they were doing, and they put too much drama in that. So drama around people, great. Not around cooking. Yeah.
I understand. When you're watching cooking, you want to learn something. You want to be able to make it yourself. When you want to eat, you don't want to have the emotional baggage with your spaghetti.
Well, that's right. It's like, look at the food. Don't look at them having a cry in the corner.
That's well. Maybe we feel that way because sometimes when we cook, we want to cry in the corner. But
well, it happens. I've had disasters too.
You're quite a cook yourself. This I happen to know. You don't. Yeah, you have the skills. Yeah,
I'm multi-skilled.
What's your go-to dish?
Well, that's the thing about it. It's just I don't really do go-to. I love experimenting all the time, so I kind of always change it up. My go-to dish is probably just throwing whatever the heck I've got in there and adding enough herbs and interesting things to make it taste good. But, I do enjoy. I used to do a lot of dinner parties back in the day, back before COVID, when we had friends around and stuff like that in those days. I'll have to dig up, some pretty elaborate menus in the day. I made a 1 meter tall meringue tower one Christmas. That was accidental, but it was only supposed to be a foot tall, but it ended up being 3 foot tall.
Oh, and by the way,
I was asking about donuts.
After the show, we hired a translator. It's going to go back and do subtitles.
A translator. What is my favorite kind of donut? quite partial to just the traditional kind of. Well, you guys have those glazed ones, and that we used to just have these sort of sugar coated with the jam inside. That was a typical Aussie donut, which they're pretty good, but I don't mind that the glazed ones. I think they're pretty nice.
We call them a jelly
I try to
donut.
avoid them. Sorry?
We call it a jelly donut.
Oh, jelly. Yeah, it's jam, not jelly. Let's not have that part.
But
Jelly
in the
wobbles
States, you
on
ask for a
plates,
jelly donut.
Yeah, it's probably why I never get what I want when I'm in the States.
Lady
I'm
wants a
saying hi
jam
to
donut. I don't know what she's talking
Amy
about.
was there.
Jam donut.
COVID has turned. What is Lisa saying that COVID's turned me into?
No, it just turned you into. That's it. You're like.
I know. I've done all the COVID things. You know that, don't you? Like my sourdough is now like perfect. I
Mhm.
crocheted a swing for my cat. I've painted my house. I've been redoing the yard. And there was something else. So many COVID things that you're meant to do. And I've just been ticking them all off.
So you painted the house yourself? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, why not? I started with one room and it just kept going.
Oh, the interior.
The interior. Oh, yeah, and we built, though, my brother helped me build a catio for my cat.
A what?
A what?
A catio instead of a patio or patio, some people say. It's like a cat run, like a little, I converted a little back step thing that was dead land into a place for my cat to have fun.
All the
Catio.
COVID things. Is that a hashtag?
Well, the
Hashtag all
COVID,
the
that's a
things?
COVID cat too. COVID cat. You know, my other cat had passed away last December and I wasn't going to get another one because I intended to travel, but COVID. And the day that I was talking to the couch was the day I went and ordered a cat.
My daughter just said, "Ain't that a swinging cat?"
Yay. Well, I don't know where he actually is, but it's probably a good thing if he's not here because he's a bit cray-cray.
Well, I mean, he's got his own swing, his own catio. He's good.
He's my baby, Archie, his name is. He's a Siberian forest cat.
Do you let him watch Caddyshack?
He's not really into telly. He likes watching birds. We got a lot of birds here at the moment, so that's why he's an indoor cat, because I think he would hunt everything. Yeah. Oh, Jessica. I thought Jessica was there. Hello, darling.
You have we know you're always on social media, and I wonder if I've actually my two cats. I used to have two cats. They had their own social media profile, which started getting popular until we stopped doing it. But I was wondering about. We took a look at your social profile before as preparation here, and Chad noticed something that I never noticed, which is that you have. I wonder how he figured out the exact number, but he figured out that you have over 190 profile pics on your Facebook.
What?
Profile. Yeah. So
what do you mean 190 profiles? What?
So, when you go to Facebook and you go to someone's photos, they have albums. And in your profile picture album, there was 190 photos.
Wow. I must be really clever and special.
Not the exact words we used when we discussed it, but...
Well, they're the exact words you should use.
we're thinking of, she's quite a social butterfly.
I used to be. Oh, COVID.
Yeah, well, I think we're actually probably going to take a look at some of those fun things you've done in the past.
Oh, my God.
As the show progresses. But
anything else you want to know about me?
Well, I don't know.
No, I'm
going to find out a lot as we go along.
Yeah.
I'm a grandmother too now.
You're a grandmother of two?
Now,
yeah,
yep.
Two.
Yep, we had it. There was a COVID baby. Which we couldn't even get to see because hospitals were all locked up in May. So I've got a little granddaughter who's 3.5 called Iggy, and now a little grandson who's her brother called Oki.
Oki.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Interesting to talk about the COVID babies. When we all went on lockdown, everybody was saying, "Wow, there's going to be a lot of babies." We're only maybe what, a month away from some of those being born.
Oh yeah, we were stuck at home and had nothing else to do, babies.
Yeah. And now those people are going to be like, oh, now we're going to be stuck at home with this baby.
They'll love it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Brings so much joy. Thanks, Tim.
Jessica said famous last
I
words
love
on
that,
this show.
Jessica. My baby days are gone. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
This is the second coming or something.
Well, what do you say we press forward?
Yeah. Let's press forward because we're getting some clues from the thousands of viewers here saying they want us to move
probably going to
forward.
break the internet.
Oh, a roo.
Roo. That's one of my favorite character from Winnie the Pooh. No way, Roo.
Roo. Well, you talking about Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh.
I was Tigger.
I've always been a fan
Roo
of
was a
Pooh.
character.
Okay. Is something meant to be happening, or are we just staring at this Roo silhouette?
Well, Daniel is going to get to that. He has a little something special for you planned today.
A little something special. I'm a little bit terrified. Do I need to make some sort of caveat and tell people not to film anything they may see?
Oh. Well, you need to drink a couple more of those, whatever you've gotten there before we get to that part.
But, look, Lisa, I never drink in the daytime, but he told me have something.
He told me to, so I'm going to have him. I'm going to have a drink before 11 a.m. So we have this is a section we call Down Under, and we have a few phrases here from Down Under, where we hope you'll translate them for us because we can't figure them out. Now we hope we'll also understand your translation because we're not sure we'll figure that out either.
Okay.
But let's go for this and see what we can make out of it.
All right. Fair go, mate. Fair suck of the sauce bubble. Fair crack of the whip. Well, it's just about giving someone a chance. Like if someone sort of said something that's a little bit disbelieving. So like overall the whole politics, quite often over this whole last few months we've been saying, fair go, mate. Fair crack of the whip. So it's like, it's just like a way of saying, like really. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
The show's about nothing. It's so true. It's like a weird vortex, Amy.
It's
okay. Like, next one.
You can pretty much make up whatever you want, and we're gonna be like, okay.
Oh no, because I'll get corrected.
Wait! Before Chad and I are fighting on the comments here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait. So Catherine was asking, in what situation would those be appropriate?
Would it be appropriate to use the fair crack of the whip?
Yeah.
Anytime you're questioning something, saying you could sort of use it in two different ways as well, but generally it's the terrible bits. Okay. Now I'm getting whip cracking. Yeah, well, it's not like that. It's more about it's being. Typically the cattle people, a lot of whip cracking in the old colonial days. So I guess it came from there. So, I mean, if you took it literally, a fair crack of the whip would be the guys that go around like at the rodeos and things that, crack whips, make a really great noise. But, and that would be a fair crack of the whip, but it's got moved over times to kind of end up being sort of a little bit more of a we do a lot of pardon the words, but piss takes on things like we're pretty irrelevant, not irrelevant, but what's that word? Not irrelevance, I think I'm trying to say. But anyway, yeah.
Relevant.
Irrelevant.
Is relevant.
You mentioned the rodeos. Now we have Rodeo Drive, but the rodeos here are rodeos.
Oh, they are rodeos. Oh, there you go. See, I actually say rodeos, but I was corrected by someone. Jessica, I'll tell you that some other time. No. Okay, give me another word. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Give me a Captain Cook at what you've got. That's a look. That's more of an English slang, really. Captain Cook, have a look.
Okay.
It's rhyming slang.
Just a rhyming thing. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the next?
What's a John Dory? Tell me the story.
Oh, so that's literally what I mean.
So like the
That's it.
gossip.
That's it. Yep.
Gotcha.
Like,
Next.
like what's cooking?
Yep. Oh, dog's breakfast. Well, come on. You know what that is. It's a mess. You
It's
look
a
like
what?
the dog's breakfast this morning, you know, or something that's really messy. That's the dog's breakfast.
I like that.
Wow, it
That's
seems
a
like
good
just
one.
a horrible thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
You look like the dog's
but it's
breakfast.
not necessarily at a person. Could be like when you're like got a challenge and you're trying to put something together, it's just not working, and you'll be looking at it like IKEA furniture, and it hasn't worked. You know, it's like, oh my god, that's just the dog's breakfast. Well, you know what your laughing gear is. It's your mouth. So it just means like take a big bite. You're going to wrap your laughing gear around something. You're going to bite, like, you know, wrap your laughing gear around a pie or a Jessica Phillips knows all about Aussie pies and soups eaten in a
So,
paper bag because taught her that
Have
when
you
she was
used this phrase?
wrap your laughing gear. I don't use a lot of it now. I would have in my day, I'm sure, but I find it's more like the tradies, the brickies and the guys that are working out on the, you know, on housing builders and stuff like that. The tradie guys, plumbers and electricians, they seem to use a lot more of that. Like your pie hole, yeah, exactly.
Tradies. Of course, we just say tradesman or
Oh, sorry.
contractor
Well, you
or-
know, we do like
Yeah.
to put e's on things, and most people end up being called by like their last name and not their first name and stuff like that, you know, particularly guys. It's like, though, if you use my last name, it can be somebody's first name anyway. So, yeah.
You hear that, Glickman?
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
He'd probably be the Glick or something. No, he'd be Glick. What do we say?
Glicky.
Glicky. Glicky.
Ricky.
Glicky, mate. Get your laughing around that. I put on my best Aussie for you then. A rip snorter. I'm not sure how much of whether that's real full on Australian, but that's just like, you know, pretty much you're going to be laughing out your nose kind of thing.
Oh,
Really funny.
that's
Something
what
that's
it
really
is.
funny. A rip
So
snorter.
like this show is a rip snorter.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
Maybe it's a rip snorer.
I don't know. Fair crack of the whip, mate.
Wow.
Next. Dog's eye. I don't actually know that the dog's eye. It could be a pie because I think it's
Yeah.
going to be rhyming slang, or it could be a dog's eye view. So it could be something that you're looking
has
down
something to do with
low.
the
but
pie.
no, that's not one. I reckon it's a pie.
Yep, it does. It has something to do with the pie. I remember.
Yeah, dog's eye is a pie. I'd say it's rhyming slang. Not a common one that I know though. Could be in a different state though. We have different colloquialisms or whatever that word is.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
down here in the South, there's plenty of things we say that.
Yeah, at least it
You know,
says
up
it's a
in
pie.
Boston.
I thought it was a pie. Okay, next. Toads, banana benders, cockies, sand gropers, and crow eaters. Oh, good Lord. Jesus. Oh, there's just so many things in there. Well, most of those are insults. Let's just say they're insults.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
crow
one do
eater.
you not
So
want to call someone?
Well, eat crow. Go eat crow. Yeah, eat crow. They're full of,
crow.
you know. Sand gropers, I think, is more, you know, they're not very nice people kind of thing. The low life.
Those are the ones in Star Wars, right? The ones with the sand gropers.
Oh, those sand people.
only the frisky ones.
The ones, yeah. The ones that
You're such a sand groper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a handful. Let's keep going. Let's see what else. Come on.
She's like, I think
What
it's
else
just
you got?
those.
Yeah.
Ochre, well, that's Australian. You're very ochre. I'm speaking real ochre now. And yobbo is like, I suppose it's sort of a bit like redneck, kind of. Yeah, yobbo. Not very educated, maybe, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Our apologies
Okay, got
to all the rednecks we just insulted.
All the yobbos and everyone. Yeah, no, well, you know, I'm just trying to find something that is a similar way that you might look at
Sure.
things without. Please, I didn't know this was happening. I do not mean to insult anybody. You know that. I'm misrespect.
That's that. We got to turn that into a gift. That's going on
Oh, the
gifting. That's-
Bushman's handkerchief. That would probably be your sleeve.
Yep. Do you do that
Bushman.
often?
No, that's probably not appropriate these days.
No,
I
they
don't
just
think.
like, yeah, you don't have a tissue. Smoko, Garbo, Bolo, Arvo. All right. Well, your Smoko is having a morning tea break, and it used to be a smoking break when people smoked. Some people still call it that. Most people just say morning tea now. Please tell everything, says Nancy. What else did you have there? I'm sorry, Catherine. Sand Groper, West Aussie. Oh, yeah, yes. She's looking up. Some of them are by the state, and so we may not use them so much. A garbo is the guy that collects your garbage.
Ah,
A garbologist or a garbo.
a garbologist.
I'm never going to
Oh,
think of Greta
perfect.
Garbo the same way.
Yeah.
Bolo isn't one that I use. Bottle-O is a bottle shop where you go to buy alcohol.
Hmm.
And in fact, it's now a brand name, and there's now a really corny ad with them. Everyone's singing about the man from the Bottle-O, and it's kind of corny and awful. And Arvo as well. This Arvo, I'll be doing something different. This morning, I'm doing this.
So Arvo's.
This afternoon.
Ah. Okay.
So what are you doing this Arvo? Next Arvo.
Oh.
Coo-ee! That's a call. That's how you say that. So it's if you're out. I don't hear as many people use it. People that live out in the bush used to tend to use it more, but it was a way of, you know, particularly if you're long distances. So yeah.
So is that like if you lost your kid in the supermarket or your husband is off in the expensive section, you go.
Haven't heard anyone use it in the supermarket, but more out in the bush or that kind of thing. Yeah.
Love it. Last one.
Hit the frog in the road, and let's hit the road. Hit the road, Jack.
Hit the
So-
frog and
Frog
toad.
and Toad.
Yeah.
Frog and Toad Road. It's rhyming slang.
Ah.
Okay.
So you guys do a lot of rhyming slang.
Oh, look, we did. It's not. I think it's sort of still more probably pre-1970s. A lot of people would do that kind of stuff. The older people use it a lot more, but it really depends where you live. You know, whether you're the more country you are, I think you still use it more than probably if you're a sweaty, a city dweller. So I could not imagine a Melbourneite, for example, yelling out cooey. They'll probably say arvo though. So yeah, those little things, bottle-o maybe. Yeah, but yeah, it really depends where you are. And if I had a lot of Bellinis, I'd probably start getting more and more ochre as I went.
This more southern, I guess, more twang.
Yeah, yeah, the nasal tone starts to come out.
This segment explains perfectly why Fiona and I are such good friends, because basically I don't understand a word she's saying, and she thinks I'm a great listener.
Oh, my heart's broken.
It's like a match made in heaven.
Oh God! Look, I even put my blue. Where is it? My blue streak in just for him.
Yeah,
Great
it's
bit.
funny talking about being a good listener, and obviously the husband-wife thing is always one that's brought up. There was one night we were sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I realized Lainey had said, "What do you think about that?"
And you tuned out.
Like this, I just went, honestly, I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. And she goes, "You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?" And I said, "Nope."
And that meant you just missed the best night of your life. We've had this COVID bubble. Like we were quite restricted. We're only just getting our restrictions lifted now, and so we had to pick someone in a bubble. And because I'm on my own, and my brother's on his own now, he was in my bubble, so we could, see each other. That was the sort of, and he's classic at not, like, he'll sit there and I'll be going, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm looking at him and like, oh, he's not listening. So then I'll say something really, really random. And the other day said, oh, well, I've cut myself. I'm just, going to bleed to death in the kitchen. And he just, of course I hadn't, but, I just started adding random stuff in and it was so obvious that he just gone somewhere else. So, yeah, it's a man thing, is it? Is it our tone? Do we need to lilt our voices more or something to make... Are you listening, guys?
What's he talking about?
I'm just afraid of saying what I was going to say. So I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm just going to let
those moments
telepathically think the same thing and stop there.
Yep, we're both listening and we both are not answering.
Yeah.
Okay, well, time's a good game. Let's go. What's next?
All right.
Oh, no.
Chilling with the guru.
I feel like my head needs to be
True.
a lot
Let's
bigger. than that.
let's just pretend that this comment is for this section. How about that?
Oh, God. I don't think I'm a guru about those. But anyway, okay.
Wow.
And
Listen, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, we just had one question, really. We were talking about it, and like there was something that actually we were a little curious about, because as we were learning more about you, I understood that you wrote a book about kids and social media. And so I was just kind of curious what the biggest tip you'd give right now with kids on lockdown and doing school online. What are things, parents need to be aware of? Keep them safe.
Well, I think the main thing is always to maintain really open lines of communication and to know so kids are comfortable talking to you about anything they might find. Balance is important. I don't think it's about how much time somebody spends necessarily. It's about what they're giving up if they're just spending all their time online. So that's always a good way to say to someone, okay, well, if you're not doing sport, or, it's a bit hard now because so many things are locked down. But trying to make sure that there's a balance between how much screen time they're doing and not missing out on other things because of that. That's really important. But always, my whole book was built around a structure for our structure. So that's all about respect and resilience, being responsible. And I was always onto research. I was always talking about fake news well before it was called fake news. So those 4 things I think are what you arm yourself with. Respect for others. So anything that you're doing online, respect yourself as well. So it doesn't mean just how you're engaging with somebody, but it also means about the way that you talk about yourself, because kids can sometimes, especially if they're going teens, can go through a lot of stages where they really are down on themselves and that sort of thing, and they may be less respectful to themselves and put up posts that really, are worth reconsidering. So having those discussions all the time. Resilience has never been more important. I think one positive in some ways that I get out of COVID is that we've all had to learn a bit more resilience, because we've had to put up with more, and because in a lot of the Western world we don't have to suffer too much, we really hadn't built up much resilience against change, and hence you saw a lot of people really struggling with that. So it's such an important thing to do. Yes, I prefer blue too, Nancy. Responsibility is just about being responsible for what you do, what you put online. So that's in regards to the quality and quantity and things like that you put up there and that you're sharing. And obviously research just goes back to checking that what you're putting up is actual fact, or if it's not, putting some sort of comment up there that allows a discussion. But that comes back to the resilience, because don't put anything up there that you're not willing to have a conversation about, because once you put it out there, you're inviting comments. And too often you see people go, oh, well, I didn't want them to say that, or somebody trolled them, but you put it there, and if you made it public, it's kind of it's opening it up for people to want to put some sort of comment in there, you know, and hopefully it opens up to be an engaging, great conversation. But there is always somebody out there that's maybe got a different take on things. And I'm always big on trying to say, turn that around. Somebody who's being a troll is probably actually in a lot of pain themselves. And that I think usually that's where that sort of comes from. They've really got a lot of lack of self appreciation, and maybe have had a hard life, and their way of getting power is to use that online. It's a bit of a keyboard warrior. So just that is important. But yeah, so the book was more of a guide for parents. I called it a guide to the social media playground.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I might even have one nearby.
So
that's
that's our serious moment to bring everybody back to earth. Now we're going to give you a quick break and an intermission to grab a drink, so you can get ready for the next part.
Okay.
Yeah, we only show online with an intermission that didn't happen.
Okay, we're back.
I guess not. Okay, no intermission. We were just kidding. Oh, you know what I think about this?
Hey, it's going so well, everybody. You have contributed. Check this out, guys.
Okay.
That was apparently the intermission.
Right.
It was going to be after the intermission,
like,
but apparently the intermission.
Where's all the embarrassing moments? So is that still coming?
Embarrassing? No, I don't think so.
Segment. You're talking about
Oh no.
You're talking about this segment.
I think
yes, this is the segment.
It is a weird show, Kristen.
That's mission accomplished.
Like I know we haven't thing anybody's ever said. This is a weird show. Yeah. It's about to get even more weird. Yeah. So this is our little segment we call Explain This, where we take a look around your social media profiles and find things that, I don't know, maybe we just had a question or two about. So you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right,
you seem very stressed out. We just picked a few pictures that you posted publicly, and we're just asking you questions about them. I don't see why anybody would feel stressed about it.
I think.
Let's go.
Well, we'll start with this one.
Okay. Actually, that was a New Year's Eve masquerade ball held on Sydney Harbour, and it was beautiful. So, yeah, we all had to get dressed up to the nines, and it was somebody's 21st birthday as well. I think it was 21. She might have been 31. No, 21. She was younger than me. But, yeah, it was. We went out on Sydney Harbour with the beautiful fireworks and everything over the Harbour Bridge and on a boat, and it was wonderful.
Huh. All right. Well,
I like dressing up.
Not much of a shock from her on that one. That was
no,
not that.
No, I'm not
going for.
Oh, here's me dressed up again. That was a bit of a pretty woman dress up night, that one. So once again, party girl. And yes.
We definitely found kind of a theme as we were going through things.
Fifi likes to dress up.
Yeah, you live life and you get after it, so it's fun.
Yeah,
okay.
And you like to document it as you're going through the fun stuff. Nice. Oh, I remember those.
Pixel glasses. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm just pondering something.
You're just pondering.
What do you think you were pondering?
Well, I'm in a car. So perhaps I'm pondering a traffic jam.
Or maybe
I'm not driving. See, on our side.
What did I do last night?
Sorry?
Maybe you're thinking, what did I do last night for those 8 hours I can't remember?
Oh, I'm a good girl.
I'm a good girl, I am.
I am. I might have been saying, hey, is that hat suiting me? Or should I be wearing like this very small hat?
That is quite the hat.
This was my
Like
Chad.
that.
Chad.
Huge fan. What
Yeah.
about here?
Oh Jesus. Okay, that's in Sydney again. That was another New Year. You're fighting on my New Year's Eve. We had New Year at there's a place called Luna Park, which is I think it was built in the 20s or 30s or something like that. And it's a lot of fun. And
Looks
yeah,
like it.
that's me having a lot of fun riding my horse.
Did you win the horse race?
I thought I did that day. I thought I looked pretty good.
Well, it looks like I think you thought you looked pretty good in this one too.
Oh God. Okay. That would be a St. Patrick's Day thing. And I'm glad you've only got that one because there's one I was dreading you might find, and I hope you haven't. But
Well,
yeah,
the night
that's St.
is young.
Patrick's Day, and that's me trying to tap into my Irish roots.
Well, I think you did a good job. Definitely did a good job. And then you went from Ireland to the islands.
Oh, Jesus, you found them all. That was actually a friend's getting married in Hawaii, and we were doing a cruise, and I threw her a surprise pre-wedding party because she hadn't had one, and I bought coconut bras and grass skirts and leis for everybody. And we found this really funky place on Maui, I think it was called the Garage or something like that. And they were lovely. And it was only a small group. And, I rang them up from here and organised everything. And we took them there. They thought they were just going for a drink. And we'd actually arranged people that weren't on the wedding cruise as well and had flown directly in. We were waiting for her as well. That was good fun.
I'll tell you, as we were going through all this, you definitely made me miss, going out and seeing people and just having a good time.
Well, that's an Outback dunny, guys.
An Outback
Otherwise
what?
known as a dunny toilet. There you go. There's a word you didn't bring up.
Dunny.
The dunny. The dunny. An Outback toilet. And obviously, look, you see something like that, and I'm a lady, so I've just got to have a photo, right?
I'm not a lady, and I might have taken one too.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what are you doing in there standing? What
am I doing?
Why are you standing in the dunnies?
Well, the dunnies are behind me. That's just a fence that says ladies. So
it's not an action photo.
No.
Like, hi, no hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was a French murder mystery. And I scored the Rolls French. That was my poodle, named after me, Fifi, because you have to have a poodle. Rocking a black wig, and it was really good. And I didn't do it; it wasn't me, but I got the slutty role.
So was it like a game you guys play together, or was it like a dinner theater? Or?
Oh yeah, it's a dinner. It was a dinner. It was after doing a 3-day course thing that we'd done. Donna Moritz was in there too, and she and we a murder mystery is like you get given a role and somebody is the murderer, and it's played through a bunch of different rooms. And everyone, they're a lot of fun. If you've never done one, look them up because they're all over the world.
I've been in dinner theater shows where the mystery was the show we put on for the other people who were eating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
You're in it. Everyone's in it. You take a role.
If we ever put Chad as a guest on the show, we would have some very interesting footage to show.
I bet you would. I bet you would. I know.
I don't know if they're as interesting as this one.
Oh God. Okay, well, it was a Saints and Sinners party for someone's birthday, and I went. I was Eve. Oh. I went as Eve, so I was the ultimate sinner.
That explains the snake.
The snake. Oh my God, that snake was so popular. The outfit came with this stuffed python. And seriously, that python, we played python limbo, python skipping, you name it, the python was working.
Limbo. Oh my gosh. It took me a few seconds to get it. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you could have picked pictures of me when I'm like speaking or doing something, good, but it's me.
That's
me.
for a
I love having
whole different show.
No, that was a real snake, right?
That one's another St. Pat's Day. I actually, a friend gave me the wig, and I actually had a little matching umbrella. It was very cute with little clover all over it. So, if there's an excuse for a party and there's a day to go to it, well, why not?
I love it. No, I love it. It's like you really just.
I get wiggy a bit, don't I?
I think that should
Well,
be the chat keeps. I think he mutes me every time I try speaking. That should be your tagline on Facebook. If there's an excuse for a party and a day for it, let's go. I think that's a perfect tagline right there.
And what about the tattoos?
Oh, well, they're fake.
We saw in the other photos that they weren't there.
That's right. No, actually, surprisingly, I have no tattoos at all. None.
None
So,
at all.
Yeah,
That's
I'm rocking the boat being different. Oh, God. You have to get the one where I'm pushing my boobs together. My daughter threw me a surprise party, a special party, sorry, and it
and
was.
You just happened to be dressed like that?
A really big birthday. No, what we did, it was a. Sorry, I didn't mean surprise. She's an amazing party. It was called an international party, and everyone was drawn out what country they were, and you had to dress as a country and bring food or drink that was from the country. And I got Greece. So I was
going to see if Chad could guess what country it was, and you just handed him the answer.
If you saw a standing up one, you'd see it was a Grecian sort of outfit. But and my daughter was a very cute little German Fräulein. So it was a massive party. It was really lovely. Fabulous.
That's a wonderful theme for a party. I think that's a great idea, dressing up.
Yeah, and finding things like one of my friends, she got Switzerland, came as a very cute Swiss miss, but she bought drink. We discovered that absinthe was actually from Switzerland, which we didn't know. So you learnt things. You got an education in different countries. I've
always thought that Daniel would make a beautiful German bar wench.
I'm sure he would.
A beautiful one. I'll take that.
He probably actually wears those cute little German or Austrian shorts all the time.
When he goes out yodeling.
And a suspensor.
The thigh slapping dance. Oh, that was a road trip. That was a little teddy bear who came with us on a road trip that I did with a girlfriend, and we went up the coast from around Sydney way up the coast, or all the way around the coast, just having fun and girly time. So, yeah.
What is girly time? What does that mean?
What's that?
Well, girly time. What does it mean when you had girly time?
Well, girly time. Well, you just talk girl stuff, and you go and have massages, and you go swimming, and you don't care about because there's no boys around, so you're far more relaxed because you don't think you have to try to, look good all the time. So, yeah, just nice.
I thought we already established that you could have girly talk anywhere and anytime because the men just don't listen anyways.
Well, apparently, blah 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 blah.
But when she knows the men are coming, she definitely wants to make sure she cleans up, I assume.
You know what that is? I actually, 1 year, nobody had said what they were doing for New Year, and I like big New Years. And I was going, well, who's got the party? What's the party? What are we doing? And everyone, I might just stay home, blah, blah, blah. It was a rainy sort of weekend. And I went online and booked a flight to Bali, and I had New Year on the plane. And then I had it again a couple of hours later when I got there at a hotel, and I booked myself a luxury place, and it had an outdoor bath. And that was me taking a selfie because I thought I was eating a bit, having an entire resort, beautiful villa to myself, and it had been New Year, so I was probably slightly happy.
Well, I love seeing the joy and the way you've experienced life.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you got to love a koala, don't you? Yep, any opportunity you get to hug a koala bear. I actually wanted that to happen for Jessica Phillips when she was down, but unfortunately, because too many people handle them now, that most of the places don't let you. But that's one of the places in Queensland where you actually still can hug a koala.
And then from the koala to
Hug a koala.
Well, that's me wrestling a croc, because we do that.
Because why not?
He's not real, actually. It was again doing another road trip, driving around, and found some weird like dinosaur park, where they have the giant dinosaurs and things like that. And I saw a crocodile, and I thought, well, I've got to grapple it. What do you do? Be a missed opportunity, wasn't it?
That croc missed the best night of his life.
Oh, that was last year. This time last year, I was at Rottnestler Island, which is off the coast past Perth in Western Australia. So basically from where I am now, about the same as if you travel New York to LA. And the quokkas are those gorgeous little things that always look like they're smiling. And I had my selfie stick, and I was determined to get a good shot. And he was happy to oblige me there. So we had a good laugh. I just got off. I was boiling hot, bright red. It turned out to be like a really, really hot day, and we were cycling around the island, and it was just it was just near the end, and had been really despondent, going, we haven't even seen a quokka yet. We've been pedaling for hours, and I was getting all upset. And then I saw this little quokka, and I went, ooh, and I lay down on the ground, and I said, are you going to stay here for me? And he went, yeah.
wow.
And we had a whole conversation. I actually turned that into a story because it looked like, he had all these different faces. So it was really cute.
It was a hoot. I remember you sending me those photos, and it was, and they looked up these quackers and quokkas. And
tiny kangaroo.
Cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are cute. And they're only on that
list.
island. Yeah. You have to go there to see them. So, yeah, they're very tame. Once you've seen, after that first one, of course, I saw about 3 million and got over them eventually, because it became like quokka chicane. You're riding your bike, and you're like, oh, trying not to, hit one. But
well, hopefully after this segment, you're still friends with us.
oh, of course, yeah. I thought, well, I do other things, but yeah, I'm not a diver or anything, but I do lots of walks and exploring. I love traveling, so. Yeah, it's fun. So I thought you might have found there was a funny one somewhere of me because I'm not really good with vertigo, and I was at that fairy tale castle in Germany, the one that they based Disney Castle on, and someone said, if you go over on the rope bridge, you get this great photo of it. So I've trapped off there, and I had to give my camera to someone, and I've just got these white knuckles like hanging on, going, oh, look at me, oh, relax, look, there's a castle behind me, and there's this giant chasm below me,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But
you have a lot of
yourself.
photos online, and have experienced just all kinds of crazy and fun things. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, look, if you're my friend, you'll get them. I mean, not everything's public. It's like, because you can see them because we're friends. But yeah, look, I've always been of the thing. I wouldn't put something out there that I'm afraid of. So sometimes other people might put things up there, but look, it's all life, and life's about living and having fun, and I think we're all recognizing that so much more now that we've been trapped in our homes so much. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to get out there and have some fun. I want to get up to see Lisa in beautiful Queensland too. That will be nice. I haven't been up there for a while, and yeah, it's just being able to get around, but they still haven't opened their borders, our state, even though we haven't had any cases here. We're calling donut days. So it's every day that there isn't any cases of COVID. is a donut day, and our state had been the sort of worst state because we're one of the biggest, Melbourne's the biggest travel hub, so it was just going to be rife for copping problems. But we just keep having donut days now, so I think our border's been open now against a couple of states, but Queensland is still being stubborn. Lisa, tell them, open up.
Nancy, that's a COVID. I'm really not going anywhere. I forgot to shave thing. This is like a week. So it's not. It's just a
very
habit.
I had to look at my legs the other day. It was like, hey, the weather's hot now. I better, start showing the legs. And I went, oh, they've grown their own.
I don't even need pants.
Yeah. Well, they're fixed now. See, this is why you go for Bellini, right?
Yeah, and Nancy is reminding us of your ordeal of getting out of the U.S. and leaving. I think it was you made a stop leaving from my place after you stayed with us, and then when you stayed in L.A. or it was a big deal.
I stayed with April. Yeah, in
April,
Connecticut.
yeah. And then
I couldn't get home because I had to change my flights to go through Detroit because I didn't want to go back into New York. So Nancy's got the same goatee. I know.
And we'll talk about it next week when she's our guest.
Is she on next week? Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She just put that there, and yeah, that's going to happen. So let's go to the next segment, which is
right.
Hey, peeps. I'm trying out live. This looks pretty cool.
That was so early. Oh no, this part's busy.
Okay, yeah. So this is a segment we call the 30-second marketing genius, in which we give you 30 seconds to sell or make.
Say that.
Okay, there I am. 30 seconds to market or sell something we're just going to throw at you without any preparation. Are you ready?
Yes, I think.
So we would like you within 30 seconds to explain a marketing plan for a new product called Down Underwear.
Okay, when do I start?
Now.
All right. Do you have that problem when your underwear is always rolling down and it's feeling uncomfortable? Maybe it's riding up. Down Under underwear is the solution for all of your problems. You will never be so comfortable down under as when you wear Down Underwear. It is perfect for riding your bike, running up a hill, jumping, playing, whatever you do that's active. All you need to do is get down under and you'll be certainly happy and comfortable.
Bravo.
Did I make it?
Want a pair.
You want a pair down there?
They do. They ride everything.
Not kidding. You can get, and nowadays they sell subscriptions to everything. You can get underwear subscriptions. And I was on, yeah. I'm not going to say who. So I was like, okay, why do you need an underwear subscription? And he's like, oh, they've got the dual pocket technology. I'm like, what the heck? Dual pocket technology. So it's like, there's a thing out there.
A man thing?
Like, oh, why? Yeah. I would hope so. And he was just like going on and on about this dual pocket technology. And I was like, okay, wow. Yeah.
Could be a lady boy.
You could. Yeah. Lisa was there. Yeah. Lisa was there. She knows what I'm talking about. It was so apparently this is a thing, even underwear subscription. So you can go down underwear subscription. How too much info? Chad, how well did Fiona do in her 30-second marketing genius?
She tried to sneak a drink when the screen was going, oh. That
Okay,
might have been my
so-
favorite one.
That was
My
a good
favorite
one.
30-second marketer.
That
I
was
agree.
funny. That
That
was
was a
funny. I had no idea, and I did not expect underwear. I'm thinking, what are they going to give me, like a pencil or something? And so any preconceived ideas I had of trying to be smart just went out.
I love
And
that
then
our
I was
guests
waiting
are
for,
trying
like-
to prepare now.
It was like I was waiting for all those sort of important questions, like, what podcast do I like and stuff like that, and that didn't happen. And I thought, because I was going to say, well, I better say Daniel. It's like, be to you.
So it looks like either Nancy keeps getting on and off an elevator, or she's really waiting for our elevator segment.
She's like, hurry up
So-
and end the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get to the
I think
elevator
that
so
might
we
be
can
what
go.
you're saying, actually. And
So
also,
let's do
well,
it.
we actually missed a 1 minute silence, but for here, but that's okay.
Well, this is our 60-second elevator pitch. So basically what's going to happen, the elevator's going to open. We'll imagine that you've gotten in. It'll close. You'll hear a ding, and it's going to start going to the 60th floor. And that's your 60 seconds to share whatever you want, where to find
Okay.
you, a message you want to get out there, who to vote for. Let's not go there. But let's get you inside.
Wacko.
And here it
Okay.
comes. Close. Away you go.
Going up. Okay, hi. Well, as you gathered, I'm Fiona Lucus, and you've just learned a lot more about me of the not so professional side. But on the actual real side, I'm a social media strategist, and I also work with communities, helping develop them and get them sparked up. And so really, I have a holistic approach to the way I look at strategy, and I love to look at all the aspects of a business and bring them together to make sure all your goals are aligning. And also, if you're working in a community and perhaps you need a little bit of help around guidance, if you're a community manager or a moderator, and sometimes it's hard to deal with, some of the questions that you get asked there. So basically, I'm here to help you with that. So hit me up. I'm on all the socials. You'll find me at I Respect Online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn under Fiona Lucus. Bing.
Wow.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
First person
she's
that
the-
actually got the timing perfectly right.
yeah, I think she's the
Because
first.
I am perfect, Daniel. Perfectly great.
The first one.
And I do have to
So-
give a shout out to Fiona. We worked together back in the day. Wave that video. Back in the day, and Fiona did an incredibly magical job over in the community. Like, just second she touches a community, it just comes to life. It's just amazing. So yeah, and puts her heart and soul into her work. So yeah, if anybody out there is,
Sometimes I'm a princess.
oh yeah, queen of queenie. You're not a queenie. Are you a queenie?
She's a princess.
No, but I should be, shouldn't I, Jessica? No,
You're the queen.
I'm Princess Fiona.
Here you go.
I turned green. Isn't that what happens?
So I want to thank Fiona and everybody, all you people who stuck with us through this ordeal.
Thank you, guys. It's so different. It's so fun. It's nice to have something that's like a little less structured. I mean, it's structured, but what do you call it? I'm losing the right word that I want to say. It's almost frivolous, but also, yeah, it unpacks who we are, the humanity of us, and I think that's really nice, especially at this time. There's a lot of selling being going on as people are pretty, stressed out and desperate. So I think it's kind of nice to have something that is not a sell at all. It's just a nice chat, really.
Well, we appreciate
And
that. Means
a bit of a laugh and those memories that you bring up, finding things, Pity you didn't find the one. Actually, it's probably gone. There was one of me when I swam with whale sharks.
Oh, wow. You have a lot of photos, so I may
Yeah, I know.
At
You
one
did-
point,
you
it may have just been
struggle.
scrolling
And falling asleep.
no, it was.
And
it
then
was
every
so
now and
much
then
fun.
you'd find one go, oh, there she is in another outfit. Okay, I'll take that.
Nancy says she's here for the credits. It's like a
That's
Marvel movie. when we created the
Yeah.
show, Daniel and I said we wanted to have something that was fun, that was different, that you couldn't, search on YouTube or Google, because there was a topic. We just wanted it to be about whoever we brought in that week. We wanted to just be about them.
Yeah.
And not just what they do.
Yeah,
Basically a show.
and I like it. I like that. I think it's really nice, and you do learn. When I've watched it, it's some of the things you see about people are just amazing. What else they've done? I suppose it depends too how curated my feed is not, as you know, because my Facebook always was my personal Facebook. I always had a thing about that. I don't really put business on there, and I know a lot of people do use it, and some only use it for business. But because I started, fairly early on it, and basically it was a way of communicating with family and friends, it was always just going to be me, and I do wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's who I am. And so I deliberately kind of chose on my profile to be more about me, and occasionally I'll put something up or I share other friends' content and stuff like that that's relevant, but I really don't do a lot on my own personal one, and that's just my choice, the way I like to be, but that's why you don't get, that's why you won't find too much. Like if you want to find the speaking shots and that, you'd have to go looking on the more professional areas of my life, I guess, and that sort of thing, because you won't get as much of that, but you will get the party girl.
That's what we want. We want people to, even as we've put these shows together, before the show starts and Daniel and I are talking, and it's like, I had no idea. I thought I knew this person. I had no idea that they did these things or whatever. So
yeah, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Like what it's made me think about. I was going to say to you, and I'm pretty open, when you were finding those Irish ones, it's actually one of me in Munich where I gate crashed because I was traveling on my own, and I gate crashed some Irish boys who were on their Bucks night. And I met a girl she was from Ukraine or somewhere like that, and she and I got on really well. We heard they were going to a party, and the rule was we had to put on this, I think I had this raving red long wig, that we had to put on, and some funny little dress, and we went to this amazing nightclub somewhere in Munich where there's sand inside, like it's a beach inside. But some of those photos probably never made it, thank God. But it was fun. Like, it was nothing, untoward. But we did have a lot of fun, and we were dressed rather hilariously. So.
Birthday boy, what do you want to say?
Birthday boy. Oh yeah, I should put my hat back on for you, just to say happy birthday, because
first show with costume changes.
Because I like to look sensible at all times.
Thank you, Fiona. I miss you. That's all I've got to say, and I think it's time to end this thing.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Let's do it.
It's been fun. A lot of fun.
Anywho, great to see you, or if you can see me, I can't see you. Anyway, hey peeps, see you later. Bye.
I think I'm gonna let you take us out.
That's it. I took you out, all right. Online dating for crocodile lovers. No worries, mate. We actually say prawn, not shrimp, but shrimp on the barbie, that was changed around for American advertising, but it's a prawn. StreamYard. Yes, happy.
Here, shrimp and prawn are two different things.
You don't need 200. Yes, you do. I like to upgrade them, Escape with your emotional support. It's just like Chad doesn't feel like
Yeah, shout out to the story catcher.
Crikey! Crikey, mate. We actually have a site called Crikey, which is like a take on news.
Wow.
I think Parler is
fun.
the best thing ever. Take all the politics away from this place and put it Wait, are we still?
It's still live.
It's still live.
Every
Man,
freaking week. Hold on.
This is a warning to anyone who's on this show. Be very careful, because they get to turn